The reality is that, Make America Great Again is really 80% of small businesses fail in the first 18 months. I don't care whether you're black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, or from the Zulu nation. But my point is the reason why they fail is because they don't have access to capital. Hey everybody, Bonin Bough here, welcome to B-Suite. This time I'm very excited, we're in Atlanta, Hotlanta, we're at the W, we're at Breakout. Breakout's whole goal is to bring interesting people to a city, touch down, and then try to provide ideas, inspiration, and opportunity for business owners and entrepreneurs that are here.
Breakout is all about innovators and influencers. How have you felt as it relates to the energy of Breakout 2017 and being in Atlanta? How has it been so far for you?
What I liked about the Breakout guys, I met them maybe a little under a year, was the vibe that they brought. And they touch down in cities and they try to bring people who can continue to help provide impact to the cities, and I think that's important. And what Breakout has done really well is they brought an interesting group of individuals together. I'm lucky to be here with you today. And what's interesting is that I look around, some of the talks, and I'm like, shoot, 1/3 of the people I know, man, most conferences, you're like, I'm gonna go network. But the reality is it just means there's like-minded individuals.
What do you feel the growth of mobile and our connectivity to it, and then also how do you feel about where things are going in relationship to the net neutrality regulations?
The growth of mobility is at a pace that we've never seen before. 5 billion people are now using messaging technologies. 4 to 5 minutes are spent in messaging. I think that when you look on a global level, consumers are connecting over this thing called text. And they're creating experiences that are changing the way that we actually as a society, experience each other and also experience humanity. And you're gonna be able to purchase, you're gonna buy, all those things are gonna happen. So I think that that's a large portion of the future of mobility. But I think that the question that I like even more that you asked is around this idea of FCC net neutrality.
Yeah. What do you think are going to be the actual implications of these new rules?
I think it's First Amendment rights. Without the internet didn't exist, so nobody even fathomed that this was a thing, dude. And so the challenge that we have now is that it didn't exist before, and now we have legislators who are legislating around it. If somebody puts something negative about a person, I can call Google and tell Google to take it down. Well, the technical implications of that are massive. The challenge is that you have people who are legislating against it who don't actually understand these platforms. It's who sits on the other side of that table who actually understands where the future of these platforms are going. Very few people do. So the reality is that until government brings in real kind of talent that understands where these places are going, can we actually create and have a real conversation around how do you legislate this thing for a next generation? But the even more interesting thing about this to me is, Trump. For years, we understood media as being controlled. Even in the digital world, we understood media as being controlled. And here's a guy who rises to the most influential politician on the planet, and guess what? He doesn't even talk to the media. Twitter. The reality is that, Make America Great Again is really 80% of small businesses fail in the first 18 months. I don't care whether you're black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, or from the Zulu nation. But my point is the reason why they fail is because they don't have access to capital. Capital markets have been frozen since 2008, dude. And so, and the people who are going to create jobs in America are not the big organizations that I work for. The reality is that the majority of job creation is created by small businesses, and we are not creating the infrastructure to allow small businesses. And so when I look at what's interesting about what Trump has done is what he's proven is that there is more power in these platforms than we ever thought was possible. And so for me, it's like, how do we get more people to take to Instagram? How do we get more people to take to Twitter? How do we actually bring the challenges of today to the forefront of a generation that actually does not watch CNN on a continual basis? How do we begin to bring real issues to that and raise up and change our communities on a whole? And that's what was interesting and I don't know why I'm gonna say this because it's so wrong, but inspirational about what Trump has done. And I know it sounds crazy, but inspirational about the use of the platform, because he proved that, non-traditional sources can have impact on society in ways that we never thought possible. disruptive models are upon us and the ability to communicate those. The fact that something like Becca Cosmetics in 3 years can become a $100 million brand, that's game over, dude, using Instagram. And the biggest challenge for me, and this is what I was saying with the Trump statement, is that he took advantage of those platforms, dude. He was like, I'm gonna take advantage of what's in front of me. And many people do not take advantage of those platforms. And so for me, that's like, that is the thing, is that like right now we have a chance to create businesses of scale that were never possible before. And the beautiful thing is the large organizations that I used to work for, they can't move fast enough to even take advantage of the platforms. The world is ours. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Well, y'all gotta marinate on that, them thoughts. Another live, on-site, Breakout 2017, Bonin
Bough!
I'm gonna leave you on that, y'all. More to come, Digital Good Time.